future for all generations. Stop out today at our sales office, open 7 days a week.
Third Wednesday, so we get to catch up with the United Way, and that means Director Andy Green. Andy, you were telling me it was December 1st when you got started, and boy, it's gone by in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it feels like I just got started, but it also feels like I've been here for 10 years. We've had a lot of stuff moving, and as we're going into our campaign season, this is my first real start of the campaign season. So
looking forward to it?
Very much looking forward to it. We have a lot of stuff that we've been working on to make our campaign better and more active, and I can't wait to start launching some of this stuff.
I know leading up to the campaign, there were a couple of events that you were at the ballpark, and then, of course, we got our golf tournament.
Yeah, the first week of August, we had our night with the Clinton Lumber Kings. The insurance group and the Lumber Kings give money to the United Way every time a home run is hit. So they presented that check to us that night, and we got to have some fun at the ball game and really kind of kickstart our fundraising campaign. And also the owner of Lions Tap gave $500 to United Way for the opportunity to try and hit a ball off of one of their pitchers, and he did. He hit a ball and broke the bat, and it was awesome. So we're very thankful for that. So that was a great way to kind of kickstart our campaign. And then 2 days later, we had the KROS golf outing, which was a great day. And I think we raised $1,400 for the United Way. Or you raised $1,400 for United Way. And
glad to do it.
Everybody I talked to that day had a great time playing. And so I'm thinking I want to play in this thing next year. So.
You know, we get such good support from our sponsors, and I would imagine there are people that support the United Way year in and year out. Yeah.
It's so we have, our kind of windows for what we call our campaign, but we have constant support coming in, and also a lot of people do payroll deduction for their United Way giving, and so which is a great way over 12 months to support the United Way, and it's not like giving a. I don't know if everybody can say give $200 on a day that they're asked, but they might be able to give $15, and $15 every month adds up over 12 months.
So let's talk about the upcoming campaign. What's all going to be taking place?
Yeah, so our goal is to raise $500,000, $500,000 to support 19 agencies in Clinton County, and all of those agencies are doing fantastic things. I've been around visiting them and seeing what they've been doing, and so we're launching our campaign now in August. We'll really get into the meat of it as we get into September, but we're starting to get what we call our packets out to start getting that notice out there, and tomorrow the teachers report back to school, and so they'll have their United Way presentation at the Clinton schools. So it's we're really starting to get involved now. We have 6 different groups that we classify everybody as for our campaign. We have one pace setter, that's kind of our bigger industries. Like we met with Lyondell the other day to get their campaign started, which is a fantastic meeting. We have a great partnership with Lyondell. We have Comanche, DeWitt, retail small business, professionals, which it might be like a branch of your dentists or your chiropractors, and then we have our special gifts, which is people that have historically given, and they may not fall into one of those branches now. They might be a retiree, and we make sure that they can still continue to support the United Way.
So now, who goes out and makes these contacts besides you? It can't just be you. You've got to have help.
So Brent Albertson with Edward Jones, he runs our campaign, and then he has a team of volunteers. So every division has a whole list of volunteers that go along with it. So there's people that report directly to Brent. There's people that report to their leaders, and it's a really big team effort. We're talking 20 to 30 people that are involved helping us raise $500,000.
So the campaign will get started in September. How long will the campaign actually run, Andy?
Yeah, so we're aiming for the beginning of March, and maybe the end of March to run this entire campaign. So we're really looking at about 6 months.
Okay.
We know that a majority of our campaign happens before Christmas time. And if you're looking at a payroll deduction, which a lot of businesses offer, and you want to do a 12-month giving for 2023, then we want to make sure that we talk to you before December so that you're able to get that full 12 months of giving.
I do a payroll deduction and just really works out very well that way.
Yeah, I do the same thing. So, and I give to the United Way. It's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind. You set it at the beginning of the year, and it takes care of itself.
Now, recently, you were at a summit of nonprofits.
Yeah.
I haven't really had an opportunity to talk to anybody about that. That was about a month or so ago. Or
yeah,
how long
it was in June. So
okay, a couple months.
Yeah, and I know I was out of town the last time we were on the radio, and Paul stood in for us. So in 2 months, we have had tremendous things happening in the community based out of that nonprofit summit. Like Monday night, we were at the Sawmill Museum having the Sawmill had their family night, and then we had Encanto shown afterwards, the Disney movie, and we had the municipal band there, and the Discovery Center there, and the library there, and definitely the Sisters of St. Francis really spearheaded that, and that was something that grew out of that nonprofit summit, where getting everybody working together to make things better. We're working right now on a website resource to not only connect nonprofits with what they're doing, but also to connect people to nonprofits and have a community calendar. So if you're looking for things to do or volunteer opportunities, we'll have that resource available in one place. So
I know Matt Parves was a driving force behind this, and it was hosted at the Sawmill Museum. Who are some of the other people that were involved? I mean, who spoke, or how did it all take place?
Yeah, so myself and Matt Parves and Ann Eisenman were kind of the people that originally had planned the day out. We did have Matt Brooks speak at our event, talk about some stuff with the nonprofits. This first one was very much like an introductory thing for what we're trying to get done. And so we came up with a list of what we thought would be achievable goals for the next year, with the thought on, a year from now, how are we going to make sure that we knew that, June 23rd took place, and what are we going to do to make sure that we're getting these goals accomplished within the next year, or at least getting them started. Some of them are bigger than a year, but so going out of that, I know that we're going to have another one on September 15th, another summit, second one, because when we originally thought of this, it was maybe going to be a year thing where we get together once a year, and the response has definitely been, we need to be doing this more often. So I know that at our next one, Francis Bogus and Brian Kelly, who's from Clinton Community College, are going to be there to speak on some grant opportunities and fundraising, and how we can strengthen that within our nonprofits. And
you were telling me there were a number of nonprofits that were there, and I was kind of surprised by the number, but you probably really shouldn't be.
Yeah, so we had 43 different nonprofits represented, and there were people that had signed up and maybe got COVID or ended up not being able to come. So we had between 60 and 70 people that were actually signed up for the event. I think that it exceeded our expectations a little bit, but at the same time, everybody really seems to have that drive for cooperation. And all tides rise, or the tides rise, all ships, or something. I've been messing that up, but I think that people are seeing that, and just seeing how successful the Encanto night was, with everybody working together, where it's like, well, you can, one person can go fast, but many people can go far, and I think that that's really being shown, and I think that everybody wants to be part of that.
Well, that is great to hear. Again, visiting with Andy Green of the United Way as we kind of wrap things up with you. So the campaign will be getting underway in September. You've got some events that are going to be coming up you want to talk about?
Yeah, our biggest event is Fork Some Pork. We haven't had it for the last couple of years because of the pandemic, and it is returning. It's October 14th, which is a Friday, and it's going to be at the Clysar Pavilion. But knowing that not everybody can come out for a lunch on a Friday to get a pork sandwich and chips and a cookie, and it's all you can eat if you're able to come out to the pavilion. But we also will deliver meals to businesses. So as a business, if you want to order meals for your employees, we will take those orders and have somebody deliver lunch to you, so that you don't have to drive in for the day. We will have information on our website, which is ClintonUnitedWay.org, and we will have flyers up around town, and we'll make sure that we can get you information on our Fork Some Pork. It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids.
United Way does so much good for so many different agencies in the area, and people should really think about donating what they can to the United Way. Again, the campaign will get underway in September. If somebody does not get contacted, what's the best way of maybe getting in touch with you?
Yeah, my email is director@ClintonUnitedWay.org, and our office line is 563-242-1209. That's 563-242-1209, and we will gladly
take your money.
That we help you out. Yeah.
Gladly take your money. Andy, thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, and thank you, Gary, and thank you again for the great golf outing.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Coming up on the next John Tesh Radio Show, we've got all your favorite music.